Many of us have experienced a persistent, foggy sense of stagnation, a feeling of being adrift and merely going through the motions of life. This is not quite depression, but a hollow middle ground where motivation and joy seem just out of reach. This common yet overlooked condition is languishing. It is the quiet void that can seep into our lives, characterized by a lack of engagement, a dwindling interest in once pleasurable activities, and a general disconnection from purpose. This state is more than a passing mood, it is a widespread experience that subtly erodes our well-being, leaving us vulnerable without always knowing why. Languishing manifests differently across lives. A young person might act out through delinquency or retreat into isolation, their sense of potential clouded by social alienation or the distorted mirrors of social media. A middle-aged adult may find themselves chronically disengaged at work, their productivity sapped by an unseen emptiness. An older adult might withdraw from hobbies and social circles, feeling the weight of physical limitations compounded by a loss of purpose. The triggers are varied but often rooted in profound modern ailments: deep, pervasive loneliness in an increasingly disconnected society, the corrosive, daily stress of discrimination that erodes self-worth and the belief that one belongs, and systemic pressures that leave individuals feeling like cogs in a machine, devoid of meaningful contribution. The impact is not merely emotional. This sustained state of disconnection triggers a harmful biological response, chronic inflammation, that increases the risk of serious physical and mental health issues over time. The potent antidote to this stagnation is not the fleeting pursuit of happiness, but the cultivation of a richer, more durable state, flourishing. Flourishing is the deep-seated sense that your life has meaning, importance, and direction. It provides a psychological resilience that protects against anxiety, depression, and the very health risks exacerbated by languishing. Modern psychology reveals a crucial insight: reducing mental illness and building positive well-being are two distinct dimensions. One can be free of clinical symptoms yet still languish in emptiness. True health, therefore, requires actively nurturing the positive. Research points to 5 essential pathways, or vitamins, for this cultivation: learning, connecting, transcending, finding purpose, and playing. The first vitamin, learning, is about reigniting curiosity for its own sake. When we challenge ourselves to acquire a new skill or knowledge, be it gardening, a language, or an instrument, we actively reshape the narrative we hold about ourselves. This journey of manageable difficulty, where the challenge is just beyond our current grasp, fosters a sense of growth and personal development that is inherently empowering. It counters the stagnant story of languishing with a dynamic story of becoming. The second vitamin, cultivating relationships, addresses our fundamental human need for belonging. From our tribal ancestry, we are wired to find meaning within a community where we feel valued. Meaningful connection is built not through the quantity of acquaintances, but through the quality of relationships characterized by warmth, trust, and reciprocity. Reaching out across perceived differences and investing in deep, equitable friendships fills the relational void that languishing creates, providing a critical anchor of support and shared understanding. The third pathway involves connecting with something greater than oneself. This is not necessarily about religion, but about spirituality, a sense of reverence for life's mysteries, and a perspective that places our individual struggles within a larger context. This practice fosters humility and resilience, helping us navigate life's inevitable upheavals with more grace. By acknowledging our smallness in a vast universe, we can paradoxically find a steadier footing and a comfort that mitigates the isolating anxiety of languishing. Finding purpose, the fourth vitamin, moves us from passive existence to active contribution. Purpose is the conviction that our actions matter and are aligned with our core values. It answers the languishing question, "What's the point?" with a sense of directed engagement. This might be found in work that feels impactful, in care for family, in creative expression, or in community service. Living purposefully transforms daily tasks from burdens into meaningful steps, providing an internal compass that guides us through periods of doubt or stagnation. Finally, the power of play is a profoundly serious tool for flourishing. Play, engaging in activities purely for the joy and absorption they bring, is a direct counter to life's drudgery. It can be found in games, hobbies, sports, or imaginative exploration with children. Play induces a state of flow, where self-consciousness falls away and time seems to alter. This state rejuvenates the mind, sparks creativity, and restores a sense of lightness and possibility that languishing extinguishes. The journey from languishing to flourishing is not a linear sprint but a gradual cultivation. It requires gently and consistently applying these 5 vitamins to the soil of our daily lives. By choosing to learn, to connect deeply, to seek perspective, to align with purpose, and to make room for unstructured joy, we begin to drain the fog of stagnation. We build a life not defined by the absence of illness, but by the vibrant presence of engagement, meaning, and resilience. This is the path out of the void, a conscious movement toward a state where we are not just functioning, but truly thriving.